Today is Wednesday, August 14th. What to know today about a major change in the U.S. China trade war and a major media merger, plus new AR sunglasses from Snapchat, the future of bottled water, and how much time should you be taking off work? Welcome to The Newsworthy. All the day's news in less than 10 minutes. Fast, fair, fun, and on the go. I'm Erica Mandy. Thanks so much for being here. You ready? Let's do this. A big and sudden change to the controversial tariffs on Chinese imports that were set to go into effect next month. Now the Trump administration is backing down a bit, delaying the 10% tax that President Trump had threatened earlier this month. President Trump said the delay is at least in part due to the holiday shopping season. Because remember, more tariffs can mean companies pay more to import products from China, and that extra cost could eventually be passed on to you, the consumer. So it'll be mostly consumer products that won't face any extra tariff for a few more months. Think cell phones, laptops, holiday lights, and some toys, shoes, and clothes. The tariff will now be delayed until at least December 15th. In fact, CBS News reports certain products will be taken off the tariff list altogether because of what's just being called safety and security concerns. This is all a change from earlier this month when President Trump announced 10% tariffs on $300 billion worth of Chinese goods set for September 1st. And that's on top of a bunch of other tariffs already in place, essentially adding an extra tax on all Chinese goods coming into the U.S. Well, Wall Street welcomed the news of the delay. Stocks are up. The Dow went up 400 points. Tech stocks also got a big boost. But this doesn't mean the trade war is over. The BBC reports this may be a break in tensions, but the world's two largest economies still have not agreed on a deal. Negotiators are set to talk again in a couple of weeks. Hundreds of flights are being rescheduled today at one of the world's busiest airports. Days of protests at Hong Kong's airport led to plenty of problems for travelers. Riot police began using batons and pepper spray on anti-government protesters last night. NBC News says some protesters were blocking travelers from getting to their gates using luggage carts to barricade entrances. As of early this morning, things were starting to get back to normal, at least for now. It's all part of a bigger political crisis and protests that have been going on for several weeks now. Hong Kong is a territory with some independence from mainland China, but Beijing is watching all of this closely. President Trump tweeted yesterday that the Chinese government is moving troops to the border with Hong Kong, so it's not clear what that could mean for what comes next. To be continued. A world-famous and well-known opera singer has been accused of sexual harassment. We're talking about singer Placido Domingo. He's one of the world's most recognizable and accomplished opera singers, a Grammy winner, and the director of the Los Angeles Opera. 9 women told the Associated Press they were sexually harassed by the singer over 3 decades, starting in the 1980s. One singer said he kept asking her out on dates, while another accuser says he reached down her skirt, and several others say he kissed them on the lips. Well, Domingo says none of it happened that way. He says he believes all of his interactions were welcomed, but he feels bad if he made anyone uncomfortable. The BBC reports officials at the LA Opera are now investigating. And the AP says the San Francisco Opera is canceling a concert that would have featured him, while the Philadelphia Orchestra pulled back an invite for him to perform. A major merger in the world of media, CBS and Viacom are combining into one company called Viacom CBS. Viacom's CEO will take over both. CNBC reports the merger comes after years of talks and some fighting between the two companies. In fact, the two were under the same roof in the past, then split in 2006, and now have decided to reunite. The merger will mean Viacom's movie studio, Paramount Pictures, and cable networks like MTV and Nickelodeon will be part of the same company as the main CBS network, as well as Showtime and others. The Verge says together, they'll offer more than 140,000 TV episodes and more than 3,000 movies. And the companies both have their own subscription streaming services, which they say will soon expand. The move is supposed to help both companies compete with other rivals like Disney, Comcast, AT&T, and Netflix. All right, we have more news ahead, but first, let's take a quick break to thank today's sponsor, Care of. Care of is a subscription service that delivers vitamins and supplements customized to your specific health goals and needs. And I like the process that Care of uses. It all starts with a fun online quiz that gets some info about you and your lifestyle, and the whole process takes just 5 minutes. I also appreciate the scientifically backed data they provide with each recommendation. No need to just guess what's best for your body. Do you need something that's best for more energy or perhaps for healthy hair, skin, and nails? You get a personalized plan with Care of. And then your vitamins arrive in cute daily packs that I like to leave right on my bathroom counter, helping me remember to take them and making it really convenient. And Care of now offers protein powders in tubs or individual packets for on the go. So give it a try. The Newsworthy listeners can get 25% off your first Care of order. Just go to takecareof.com and enter the code Newsworthy. Again, get 25% off your first order by going to takecareof.com and using the code Newsworthy. Now back to the news. New augmented reality sunglasses from the company behind Snapchat. They're called Spectacles 3. CNBC says the cameras on the sunglasses will let users put augmented reality filters onto the pictures and videos they take with the glasses, making it look like the effects are in the real world. You can sync the glasses to your phone, edit the pictures, and send them to friends on Snapchat or other platforms. There's also an added HD camera to add depth for 3D effects. Snap has sold spectacles before, but these are an updated version, and they're meant to be more sleek and stylish. They're available in both black and gold. They'll cost you more than the past ones, though, at $380. You can pre-order them now, and they're set to ship out in November. Physical student ID cards are a thing of the past at more universities this school year. Apple is rolling out its digital version to about a dozen more schools. The digital ID can be stored right on a student's iPhone or Apple Watch and then scanned to pay for things like food from the cafeteria or supplies from the bookstore. They're also kind of like a digital key that can let people into buildings, like their dorms. It's an expanded program since schools like Duke and the University of Alabama are already using this. Now it's going to universities including Clemson, Georgetown, and Arkansas State. Domino's is testing a few different ways to deliver your pizza and compete with other food delivery apps like DoorDash and Uber Eats. So now Domino's will start using more e-bikes. The goal is to offer faster delivery. The electric bikes don't have to wait in traffic or deal with parking. TechCrunch says the custom e-bikes can also hold a lot of orders, so one e-bike can carry 12 pizzas as well as drinks and sides. Of course, it saves the company money and is more environmentally friendly. Hundreds of these e-bikes will hit the streets in Baltimore, Houston, Miami, and Salt Lake City later this year. By the way, Domino's is also testing self-driving cars for delivery. Coming soon from Dasani, canned water. The move is part of a long-term plan to reduce the company's environmental footprint. CocaCola owns Dasani, and TechCrunch says Coke wants to use mostly recycled material for their water bottles by 2030. So it will sell canned Dasani and is also launching a new hybrid bottle made of 50% recycled plastic and renewable plant-based materials. Coke has been criticized in the past for how much plastic it uses and has been pressured to cut back. CNN reports a lot of the time that plastic ends up in our oceans and waterways, and a recent report found Coke brands are collected the most during beach cleanups. Pepsi is also doing something similar with its Aquafina water brand. They'll start selling aluminum cans as well starting next year. And that's it for the main news today, but it's now time for Work Wednesday, where we break down one interesting career or work-related news story every Wednesday. And Work Wednesday is brought to you by LaFleur, the wardrobe solution for professional women. Live with purpose, dress with ease. This week, we're talking about paid time off and how many Americans don't actually take all of it. A recent survey from Glassdoor found only 23% of employees are taking all of their vacation time, while most workers take only about half. So why is this happening? Experts say employees are scared. They're worried they'll get behind or feel like they can't really disconnect. But CNBC cites research that finds taking your vacation can increase your productivity in the long run, and it can even be better for your health, like lowering your risk of heart disease and other medical conditions. And that paid time off could be money you're leaving on the table. All right, thank you so much for listening today. And a quick note that I'm on a panel at 12:30 p.m. tomorrow. That's Thursday at the Podcast Movement Conference in Orlando. So if you're here, be sure to stop by after and say hello in person. As always, you can read more about today's stories in today's show notes. Just look in your podcast app or click episodes on thenewsworthy.com to see all the links and sources. I'll be back with more news tomorrow. Have a great day.